And for president and vice president,
the results of this year's ASUU elections were announced March 17th in the lobby of the Union Building.
Represent Nila Pack Tobin Benyon.
Even though the Represent Party won 58 of the 66 available positions, controversy still arose between the two parties during the campaigning period. The Voice Party, which aimed its campaign at representing non-traditional students, had mostly racial minorities running in their party. Many of the party's posters were vandalized with racial slurs and other racist phrases. The Represent Party, which had been criticized for having a lack of diversity within the party, had their posters vandalized as well. At a debate held in the Hinckley Institute caucus room, current ASUU President Chase Jardine condemned the vandalism.
This week of campaigning, there have been several acts of racism and discrimination on posters and different things. And we just want to voice our opinion about how serious this is, that we as ASU and as a campus cannot tolerate intolerance in any form.
If somebody put terrorist under my name, it's just not okay.
That's unacceptable for them to be treated the way they were, and I just want people to know that that's not something that we accept within the Represent Party, and that wasn't something that we were promoting, and to my knowledge, that wasn't any of that derogatory behavior. It wasn't coming from us.
Brandon Bufus, the opinion editor and next year's editor-in-chief at the Daily Utah Chronicle, said he was shocked by the racism and hate that took place on campus.
It's ridiculous. I would think that would be behind us as well, but I was surprised when I heard that was popping up.
The Chrony also added to the election controversy by not giving an endorsement to either party like they have done in the past.
And we just really weren't impressed with either of the parties this year. And so we debated for a long time, what does our endorsement mean?
We came to the conclusion that Represent had the strongest platform between Represent Voice and Ficus Tree, but they didn't have enough to warrant our endorsement. And we take it very, very seriously. And we took it seriously enough that we thought, even despite the fact that we knew that they were going to win, they still hadn't done enough, and they could do more to really earn our support.
Despite the criticism, the Represent Party's candidates Nila Pack and Tobin Benyon won over 51% of the votes. Pack is excited to get into office and get started on their campaign promises.
We definitely want to make sure that we promote more diversity awareness.
Most students and faculty were pleased with this year's ASUU presidency. We'll have to see if Benyon and Pack can live up to their promises and their predecessors. For Newsbreak, this is Brandon Brown reporting.